Page number 4. Tube marking detail. First things first, grab your sandpaper. And we are going to lightly sand about 3 inches up on this body tube. So about 3 inches. You can kind of guesstimate it, doesn't have to be exact. 3 inches, it's about right there. So you're just going to lightly sand it, and that's just so your pen can write better on the tube and that your fins will stick better to the tube. So just lightly sand it. Nothing too crazy, you're just scuffing it up so the glue will stick better. It's pretty good, nothing fancy. So that's that. Let's see here. So on your instruction sheet, you're going to go to the back page. And we are going to cut out this here, the tube marking guide. So right on the lines, you're going to cut the tube marking locator out. Okay, when you're done, you'll have this. This is what you need. Okay. All right, so we sanded it. Let's check off on the note. Locate the tube marking guide, bottom of page 7. Cut the guide along the outline. We're gonna wrap the guide around the body tube on the engine mount side. So wrap it around like that. Overlap it. Probably want it up just a bit. Line up all your lines. Come on now. Get a little piece of your masking tape. You don't need a very big piece, just a little piece. Line up your lines and tape it. Just so it looks like that, just like the picture. So when it's all said and done, this is what you have. Okay. When you line up everything here, you don't want to line up your fin or your launch lug, especially your launch lug with your engine hook. Make sure that your launch lug is opposite your engine hook, because the engine hook will be in the way of the launch lug if we don't separate those. So you want your launch lug opposite your engine hook. So the launch lug's on this side, your engine hook's on the opposite side. Okay. So that being said, wrap the guide around. Check. Mark tube at all arrow locations. One line on your tube marking guide is labeled LL, which means launch lug. Write L on the body tube for that line. So keep this in place, and you're going to mark your fins. So you're going to put a line there on both sides. Be careful not to spin the paper on the tube. So you're going to mark your launch lug with a little line. And where the launch lug is, you're just going to put an LL. That way you can distinguish the launch lug from the fins. And mark the fin number 2. And the last fin number 3 on both sides. Okay, you can slide this thing all the way off, and we're done with this. Hang on to it in case you got to refer back to it. So you should have 3 sets of lines and 1 extra one for the launch lug. Okay, C. Now, using the door frame as a guide, we're going to draw straight lines connecting each pair of lines, each pair of fin lines, and we're going to extend those about 3 inches along the tube. And then we're going to draw about a 4-inch line where the launch lug goes. So we are going to go to the door frame, and you just put it up against the door frame. I'm going to need my glasses for this. Okay, so just nestled up against the wall there. You can line up your lines, and the launch lug, we'll do that one first. Draw a straight line all the way down about 4 inches. Don't worry about drawing too much because it's going to get covered with paint. So that's the launch lug. And then we'll go to the next fin and draw that one in. And these lines are about 3 inches. If you go a little too long, that's not bad. If it's too short, that might be a problem. Just make sure that everything is straight when you put your fins on. Go to the last one. And when you're all done, it should look like this. You got 4 lines on there, one for your launch lug and 3 different ones for your fins. And let's see here. That is D. Check that. And we are done with our tube marking detail.